do a little live on YouTube when I have a chance, so I might as well. All right. All right. Yeah, if you're on Instagram subscription, you are eligible. Yes, sorry, I just read that going through. If you're on this subscription, you're also eligible. So some people, I subbed on Instagram. Can I still win the bow? Yes. So you should be good. Yep. As long as you're on the subscription. If I go on a subscription, it has your name in there. You're good. So. Yeah, I would definitely get the RX-7 if you can afford it. If you have the funding to pick up the carbon bow, I would definitely do it. I personally think the carbon bows are awesome. And nowadays, like I said, with the prices being what they are, it only makes sense to, hey, what's up, YouTube? I hope you guys are doing well as well. Oh, there's Rec. Hey, Rec, how you doing? We're on TikTok and we're on YouTube here, so that's why you're seeing questions, guys, and you're not seeing them on YouTube. I apologize. For all my YouTube friends, we are doing the APA Black Mamba 28 bow giveaway. Once we hit 50,000 subs, then I will give a link that you can enter. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you're following us on YouTube to have that opportunity as well, because that one's a freebie. I mean, anybody can win that one. There's no subscription or anything like that. You just got to sub on YouTube and then fill out the link once we give it. But we're not giving the link until we hit 50,000 subs. So keep that in mind. Yeah, it's going to be a little pricey for the RX-7. Yeah, that's definitely it. I don't. What do you guys think they're going to do? Do you think Hoyt's going to do an RX-8? Like, what do you think is going to happen? I don't know the answer yet. I'm waiting to find out. But thanks, Dusty. Appreciate that. What's up, Marilyn? How are you? Do I have both bows here? Yes. So this is the Ventum Pro 30 in aluminum. So, and then I do, we got a subscription. Thank you, Vandergriff, Jordan, for the subscription. We are at 123 out of 200. So guys, hit the subscription button at the top if you can. Please help us get to that 200 mark on TikTok. On YouTube, just sub or go over to TikTok and subscribe, or Instagram. You can do on either one. YouTube doesn't let me do it, so unfortunately you guys don't get in all the giveaways when you're not, because they won't let me do it. I don't know what to tell you. It's not my issue. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. All right, we'll start with this bow. We'll shoot the Ventum Pro 30 first. Then we'll go to the RX-7. I'll let you guys judge the sound. You tell me which one's quieter or whatever. So here we go. Man, it does hit hard. I'm not gonna lie. It hits really hard. I can already feel it's lighter. I already feel that. Beautiful the way this bow looks, by the way. They just did a great job on the finish of this bow. Looks fabulous, honestly. Looks really good. I don't know why the chat doesn't stay up here. Are you interested in crossbow review? Are you any interest crossbow review soon? Oh, any interesting crossbow review soon? Maybe something from 10 Points soon. Matthews VX3 29, love it. Awesome WC. How are you? What the heck? I don't understand why the chat just doesn't stay on here. All right, Christ, how are you doing? Good evening. Yes to you. I believe, I feel like it's a half pound. Here's the carbon RX-7. Both hit hard. I know that. Yeah, so the thing about the carbon thing is each one, I think it was quieter too. That was my feeling as well, the carbon. But each one, so the carbon does a couple things. Number one, not only is it warm to the touch and lighter, but it is quieter, and it's because of what's going through the system, right? So that helps with that issue. So, and then let's shoot that against the Matthews V3X, okay? Let me roll that one real quick. You guys judge it yourself for what you think. Here we go. I think the RX-7 was a little quieter, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Then let's even take it a step further. Let me see here. Shoot the XQ32. Yes, I do have that. Do you have any good first bow recommendations for a teen? Yes, the Bear legit. Come on, why is this? It's so weird that I won't leave these. Okay, I got that 32, so let's shoot that real quick. You guys can judge that as well. Oh, it's right here. Sorry, 1 second. All right, I got the, oh man. I took the rest off. Ugh. Here's the XQ32 was asked about on YouTube. Here, I'll take this. I'll do the 30 because I have it set up. So this is the 30 XQ30 EKO. I'm running out of arrows. You guys got me shooting so much. This doesn't have a tip on it. That's embarrassing. What's going on here? All right. I guess we're doing a lighter one. I was hoping not to, so I have to mess with the lights, but okay. I just hit this light over. All right, so this is the 30. I apologize. That other one doesn't arrest. By the time I set up, I'll have to go anyway, so let's do it. All right. So I would say that's definitely louder than that carbon, but it's definitely a hard hitter, that's for sure. 2 decades ago, okay, hold on, new content on the bows and computer, what's that say? Thanks, boy, for all the good new content. You're welcome, Sean. Eventually got an old PSC that's gonna be great for killing deers, that's awesome. It's a good question, Preston. I would say probably, yeah. I would say probably tighter groups, a little heavier bow for sure. And I would suggest that because I actually shot that before I even came on live. I shot that Matthews V3X and it's pretty heavy with all the stuff on it. And man, it was definitely grouping. And I have the sight's not even sight in, but I was just cranking shots with that thing. It was pretty cool. Thank you guys for the chili pepper, the mini speaker, and Sean, thanks for using the emote. Appreciate that. Yes, I do use the Tacticam that attaches to my bow. Yep, I love it. I think it's great. I mean, you're not going to always get the best footage, but you're going to get some footage, you know. That's the other thing. All right, I think I'm caught up on the YouTube comments. I apologize, YouTube. The comments don't stay on the screen for some reason. I don't know if I have to just scan. Oh, there we go. My bad. Oops. Now I see them all the time. I had to slide it over. Option 7's a great bow. Yeah, that's a really nice bow. I have the Elite Omnia here. All right. Okay. Here's the Elite lovers in the house. Here's the Omnia. Now, a question came to me earlier. Do I think the Omnia would be worth it over the Envision if you were buying one now? And I say yes. I say absolutely. Because I want the extra speed, and this thing's gonna give me 10 feet per second more. And to be honest with you guys, it feels pretty light. So I'm gonna take it. Yeah, that one hits really hard. All right. All right, you guys rock, seriously. Thanks a lot, everybody who came in today to hang out with me. I'll be on for about 10 more minutes. I got another podcast coming up at 8. So again, just wanted to say hi and give you guys a chance to do the subscription to get into the chance to win those bows. So, yep. Okay, and then let me just see. Okay, I think we're good on YouTube as well. Trying to think what else I need to tell you guys what's going down. So, supposed to have the Bowtex this week. Supposed to have the Matthews this week. There is something else I'm getting coming up. I can't talk about it yet, but it's going to be awesome. JK Nappy 89. In order to enter, you have to be a subscriber at the top. So hit that subscription button, join up, and you'll be entered. Great question, Preston. To be honest with you, I use YouTube for that. I know it sounds stupid, but I will watch a lot of YouTube techs on anything I need to figure out how to do. A lot of stuff is not as hard as you might think, to be honest. It's pretty simple stuff. A lot of it's alignment, tuning and alignment. The hardest thing that you'd have to do that I wouldn't want to touch is like adjusting a cam itself, like left and right. If it's not like a Bowtech deadlock system, I wouldn't necessarily want to do it because that one's easy. You just turn a knob and it moves the cam. And the Elite's easy too because they have this system here, the set technology, where it moves. It's going to move the whole pocket left and right to fix any sort of tuning issue. But I wouldn't want to mess with taking apart a cam, so I would never do that necessarily. Docs, thanks so much for the 100 TikToks. I don't know what you call those, but thank you. Appreciate that. It's awesome. So Simon, great question. The question is, what do you think about the new Carbon 1 from Bowtech? Well, I was actually able to hold the bow at a local pro shop when I was hunting. I was supposed to have it. I don't have it yet. Like I said, it's coming this week, so I haven't shot it. My first impressions are I love the look of it. I think it looks futuristic compared to some of the other ones on the market. So I do like what I see. How will it shoot? I don't know the answer. I read it weighs 4.5 pounds, so we need to understand that, like compared to like this one, what's the difference in weights and why is there difference in weights? Is there something inside of it, So I definitely want to kind of break into that a little bit more once I have it and try to understand the bow. But from what I hear, it's a really good bow. But again, it's going to be at that price point, right? We're talking a price that's way higher than everything else, right? You guys have all these great options from Diamond and Bear that go, $300 to $999, and then Bear and all the rest of them then jump into this $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 mark, $1,400 mark, and then there's a gap, and it jumps to these, $1,799 carbon. So there is a cost to that, right? So the question is, how's it going to work for you? What are you going to like, and can you afford it? Let's be honest, right? It's all about the money. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Okay, so great question. The benefits of carbon. Carbon actually makes it quieter. It is lighter and it will make it quieter because the carbon material is a natural absorbent of vibration and sound. So that carbon material will be better, and that's one of the reasons it's more expensive. It's also warm to the touch compared to a cold iron, a cold aluminum riser in the field when you're freezing. So not that it matters because you could wrap this, right? You can wrap this with a wrap of some sort and you're still fine. So is it necessarily like important or anything? Absolutely not. It's definitely going to be, do you want it? But when it comes to, is it worth that much money for that riser change? Depending on what you're buying, probably not. But again, depends what you're spending. So if you're a person buying, I just had one here. If you're a person who's buying like a Bear Alaskan, right? It's like $600. Well, there's a huge difference between that $600 and then $17.99. So yeah, you're definitely not going to want to spend that much more money. Ryan, yeah, we talked about it a lot. A lot of people are asking about that bow since it literally just launched the Phase 4. But I guess my take on it is I want to see what happens with the limbs. I think limbs are an area where most companies stay the heck away from touching a limb on purpose because a limb, any limb issues will cause a company to have huge issues. We've seen it with Bowtech years ago. People wouldn't buy one for a while, right, because of that issue. So you got to be very careful with limbs. So I'm very curious if there was a company that could do it, they can do it. They can definitely do it because they're Matthews, right? But so we'll see what they do. But I am excited to see what happens with it. I don't know if they're going to be a problem yet. So the question is, do you think the Phase 4 limbs are going to be a problem with Matthews? I don't think they'll be a problem because Matthews is a very high-end company, and I'm sure they've done their research to make sure it can handle the stress. I would say to you that the limbs would always be something every company, like I said, thinks twice about touching. So they took, this is a big move. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is a high-tech move. And I know it seems like they didn't do a lot, but that move alone is mind-blowing because it's technically something no one's even touched. So I don't know. More to come on it, right? We need more time. We need people shooting them in the field every day, getting in the woods and see what happens. That's what's going to tell. I mean, even me, when I get that bow here and we shoot it here, there's not much I'm going to be able to tell with that. That's going to be a longevity question. You know, will the bow hold up in 2 years from now with the same small limbs like that? I don't know. But the concept's smart. I mean, it's genius, really. Suppression in between those. Like, who would have thought of that? No one's thought of it. They have thought of things like this, right? Where they push that suppression out. That was smart. Using the riser, right? For the bridge lock stuff. Genius. Again, that's why not if you have the spot. I mean, look at Elite. They have a hole here anyway, right? So why not somehow incorporate that? But you're going to add weight because their riser's thicker. So with good, there's bad, right? Let me show you guys something that's interesting. You guys probably don't think of these things, but I do because I have all the bows here all the time and I'm always looking at differences. Now, we went from, as an industry, we went from a single limb, dual limbs, to quad limbs, now to quadruple limbs? I don't know how you say it, but so APA, right? But just look at the width, right, between doing this. I mean, it's half the bow. Something to think about, right? Now, most people aren't shooting an APA. It's out of Canada. But they held to that same dual limb idea, okay? And I love this about APA because they're different. They have a narrow bow that's so narrow that there's no comparison when it comes to the bow weight, the thickness, the size of the bow, right? It's literally half the bow. You get in the field, you want something tiny, this is an option, right, that people don't think about. Because a lot of people just assume there's only one or two major brands, you know, all the time. People do that a lot. They just assume something's the best all the time. And it's not the best way to go in this industry because there's so many options. But just notice how small this bow is when it's shot. And this bow weighs, I think, like 3.1 pounds. And it's fast enough. It's going to get it done. So just a thought on thickness because people don't talk about it, but there is a difference. And a reason to think about it, I guess. So split limb and solid limb, there is a difference, okay? So a couple years back, the companies decided, not the companies, but I think it was Matthews probably who started this trend, but somebody decided that a wider stance on the bow was going to do a better job. And I'm pretty sure it was Matthews. Don't quote me on it. I could be wrong. Some of you guys might know. But they split the limbs because the wider the pocket, they got a more stable bow. And that's kind of how it started. And then it just kept going. Whereas APA said, well, we don't need to do that because our bow shoots great the way it is with one limb. And it's a thick limb. It's solid. It's got power. So they held to it, which was a great idea because now they're one of the only ones that have it. I believe Diamond might have it on some models, but not a lot. Welcome, guys. If you're just joining on TikTok, consider subscribing at the top. Help us get that 200 goal and put yourself in for the Mission MXR bow because that's how it's going to go. Chris, the answer to your question, yes. The answer is yes. There are major differences between a $500 bow and a $1,500 bow. But the $500 bow will kill a deer just as good, most likely, as any bow anyway. So when it comes to what it has to do, what you're trying to do with it, that's the question. Are you going out and hunting like a weekend warrior, or are you going to be shooting this bow 10,000 times a day? So a lot of people who are doing a lot more, shooting daily, like 50, 100 shots a day, are going to spend a little bit more on their bow because they want something a little bit more, I guess, performance-based. Better materials, better cable glides, better pockets. There's just a lot of little things that make up that price. All right, guys, we are going to finish up here soon. So if you are on TikTok, hurry up and do that subscription because once I'm not live, you can't do it. And if you were trying to get in to win that bow, that would be your chance. Thoughts on the Z7? That's a good question. You mean this Z7? Honeycomb? Oh yeah, that's a classic, guys. You see how thin the solid limb was? Super tiny. Oh, the Nitro was a nice bow. We use deer cap coffee. Just thanks so much for the subscription. You are now entered to win the bow, so I appreciate you doing that. And it got us closer to our 200 goal, which we're going to get you guys. So, like I said, if you're going to do it anyway, right? But this is the Z7. This is the Magnum edition. Matthew's always had these beautiful wood grips originally. And in the wood grip, they would tell you the model. Z7 Magnum. And single cam. Again, Matthews doesn't do that anymore. Now they have dual cam on everything. Powerhouse bow. Lots of people had this bow. One of the best-selling bows ever. Oh, Bowtech Commander, nice. So, big bow though. I mean, if you really look at it, it's not the smallest bow. You know, there's a lot of metal there. You know, wouldn't say it's my favorite bow. I think it's a great bow, but I love the Monster 7. Actually, that's a great bow. Yeah, slow cams. Yeah, definitely slow compared to nowadays. Yeah, I would agree. So, beautiful honeycomb, though. They did a good job with this. I think a lot of people would like to see one of these bows come back for nostalgia reasons and them to release one of them, a classic edition of one of these bows. I think it'd be really cool to see. And frankly, I like to see the helium because I think personally it's my favorite of those bows. Yeah. And the reason is just a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller, right? It's just easier to maintain it. It's got the focus grip. A lot of people hated it. I love it. I think it's one of my favorite grips ever came out. It's got this bead that really just helped me lock in back here. It just, you know, again, everything fits everybody differently. Yeah, I got a switchback as well. But this is the one I'd like to see him re-release. This or the switchback would be the two I would. So, beautiful. Light, super lightweight, super lightweight. I actually thought about hunting with this year because it's such a lightweight bow. I love it. So sweet. We'll do a classic shoot down one day on the live streams. The chill was really smooth, Justin. Good call. I love that bow. I missed that bow. It was one of the bows I sold. I wish I never got rid of. The Monster Chill. Feathermax, that's awesome. I have the Feathermax here. Yep, we got all the original Matthews classic editions. We got them all. I spent a lot of money to get them, but I got them. Oh, nice. Helium right here, baby. I think the helium might have been the first year they got rid of the wood grips. I could be wrong, but it's definitely not there now, right, on this one. But I love it because they really shortened the size on this bow and made it small. HDY, HSG, thank you so much for your subscription. Appreciate that. Join the sub. You're getting us closer to our goal. We're at 126 to 200, guys. So, again, join if you can and get it rolling. Is there much difference in cams according to price? Yes. So most companies put their best cam on the highest end. And a lot of times the cam that they have on the cheaper bows is the cam from like a year or 2 years before. So, yeah, it's a good idea, Ben. I like to not only take them to there, I like to almost take these to Matthews. And I don't think they need these. They probably have them still. But my goal eventually for all these bows is to get a pro shop to acquire them from us and probably buy them as a package. But therefore, they could then have history, a whole bunch of history in one place. So, like Mike's Archery, somebody cool like that, where I could bring them all there and they could create their own historical spot for people to come look at, you know, and bring people in and help them buy bows, right? So it'd be cool to do it. All right, Katie, thank you so much for the subscription. We're at 127. You guys are rocking the subs on TikTok. Thank you so much. Yeah, Megan, the lefties are hard. This is actually a right-hand bow because they flip your screen on TikTok, so I am actually shooting it right-handed. I know it looks left. But yeah, thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. Best all-around bow. What a great question. Right now, if I was to go by price, I would really consider the Bear Adapt and the Bear Alaskan to me. If I didn't want to spend a lot, that's what I would do. As far as the top of the line stuff, I really like Bowtech a lot. I've shot a lot of Bowtechs over the past few years of my hunting rigs. If you guys watch my videos on TikTok, I posted that video, or in the shorts on YouTube, of me showing my setup, which is a CP28. But I really, if I had to choose, if I could choose a bow that I would just keep every year, it would be the Solution SS from Bowtech. I feel like it's one of the smoothest bows I've ever shot. In fact, I have 2 of them here and I won't get rid of them. Good bow in the 50-60. I would definitely consider that Bear Adapt because it's a single cam bow and it's easier to draw. And it's not very expensive. I think it's like 5 something as a package. If money's not an issue, I would definitely consider, well, you could get this right here. Let's go. This thing is awesome. Gosh, I just had to. Let's go. My Oneida. These are a lot of money, actually, still are. I'm going to try this with this release. I don't know if it's going to work. This is a kid's bow, by the way. But I still love to show you guys and have it this way. Woo! So slow. Sorry, I just read all the comments. A lot of comments coming in quickly on TikTok, so just trying to see if there's anything to talk about. All right, YouTube. Thanks, guys, on YouTube for watching. I'm going to cut out now. I'm going to go stay on TikTok for a little longer. But I appreciate the YouTube community for coming out and supporting BowHunterPlanet and the stuff we've done. So look forward to a whole bunch more shorts coming for you guys. And the subscription is growing dramatically for those who have been waiting for that giveaway. We are going up hundreds per week. It's helping. We just need to hit those thousands a little faster and be able to give that stuff away. So thanks, Ben. Thanks, everybody who came out and chatted with us on YouTube. If you still want to watch live, you can go to TikTok. I'll be on there for a little longer. So, all right, we'll see you guys.